Hello everybody and welcome back Out of the Case, the Skyflight 44, aka Zek44, and today I'm playing Pokemon Stadium, one of my favorite N64 games, and even though I've probably said that twice before, and might say that a few times over, I'm not going to lie and I'm not going to hold myself back from saying it. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 are some of the best N64 games ever. And actually, one of how many strategy games did they have on the N64 anyway? Because for the most part, the RPG elements gone. All that's left is pure strategy, and I love it. I absolutely love all the work being just completely shoved out of the way unless you want to actually, do the work and get better results. But that's the thing about this game. If you actually go and make your own Pokemon for Pokemon Blue and then send them over, you can get a lot. You can get a lot of good Pokemon over here, and you can just do so much better than the rental Pokemon. But this is the Gym Leader Castle. There's only four for each and every single gym leader. There's only four of them. Three trainers, then the regular gym leader. There's a couple of different things. It is at level 50, just like the Poke Cup, but they don't have the same. It's not the same Pokemon as the Poke Cup. It goes by slightly different rules, I believe, and the movesets and stats are altered. So, I won't be able to get that Jolteon with Thunderbolt, sadly. But the very beginning of the Gym Leader Castle is incredibly easy. Oh my god, Brock, his entire gym is a joke. Seriously, Bug Catcher? And why would the Bug Catcher actually... And now that I think about it, Bug Catcher used Caterpie, Metapod, and Butterfree. Really? I can't believe that. But, I'm gonna be... For each of these Gym Leader Castles, I'm gonna be doing 2 of them, so you get your video's worth of content. And that is gonna be a problem for me because, well, it's Gym Leader Castle is actually even though there's only 4 of them, is actually pretty hard. The latter ones, just because you get you actually beat a trainer with all your Pokemon still still alive and kicking, you don't get to continue. In Gym Leader Castle, you fail, you're kicked out, and you have to do it again. Granted, you don't have to go back to Brock, but if you fail on that Team Rocket Grunt in Giovanni's gym, you're going back. You're gonna have to redo the scientist dude and the I believe the Ace Trainer's in there somewhere. I don't know. One of them has a fucking Persian with Slash and Thunderbolt, and it's bullshit. Holy crap! Is Thunderbolt already good on Persian? But having Slash, which with Persian speed and the critical hit rate being tied to your speed. Slash, which is already given a stab boost, is pretty much always going to do critical hit. Which, I believe is a 70 power move. Adding on to the fact that the stab boost, which has 105 with that, will turn 210 powered move every single time it's used. Oh my god, and the speed on that thing. The Pokemon I generally use that have better speed than it are always going to be taken out by Slash, or our water type Pokemon are going to be taken out with Thunderbolt. Thank you, game. I hate that Persian. But, that was unfortunate. I froze it. But, again, these are some of the earlier ones. It's kind of like I'm just playing around here a little bit more than I was in the Poke Cup. Because, you know, this is completely easy shit here. But, this isn't Petite Cup difficulty. And which I can't believe I'm using petite and difficult in the same sentence. But, yeah. The Petite Cup was much harder than what we're doing now. Again, this entire video series is probably going to be going from easy to hard, then back to easy for a little bit, then back to brutally hard, then maybe simmering down a little bit. It is going to be generally getting harder and harder as it goes on. But, I'm not going to be doing all of these videos in which I do the easy shit in the beginning and then I do the hard stuff last. That's not going to be how it works. Actually, the next two gyms really aren't all that hard after the first two. The 5th and 6th really get harder, but really aren't all that bad. The 7th and 8th are freaking horrible. I remember specifically, the 7th one was the one that stumped me all the time. Actually, you wanna know what was the worst gym ever? Holy shit, Miltank on the 2nd gen never gave me a problem after after the first time I played the game. Miltank really never gave me a problem. But, actually, now that I think about it, why the hell did I have a Fraligator 30 before I even beat the 3rd gym? That was like my first game. I level grinded for absolutely no reason because I didn't know what to do. But, Pokemon Stadium 2, holy shit, I hate 2 parts of the, Gym Leader Castle. I hate that stupid, well, it's, Team Rocket, a little time you have to play with Team Rocket. But, I hate that fucking Miltank. I hate Whitney. Holy crap, the Miltank wasn't all that bad for me. I don't see how anybody can find Miltank all that bad. And, Gen 2, considering all your levels are so low, you can just level grind even a tiny bit and get an advantage over it. Hell, I had a really hard, difficult challenge run, and I prepared to beat the Miltank, but I still could beat the Miltank. But Pokemon Stadium 2, oh no. The Miltank will beat you. Holy shit, will the Miltank beat you? For the love of all that is Nintendo, do not bring in Pokemon that are male. Do not. There's a lot of strategy in this game, but there's even a bigger depth of worry in the 2nd game. When you have it, just attract. Don't go into that battle with male Pokemon because she's gonna do attract. And if she does attract that Miltank, I believe it has Stomp, Attract, Milk Drink, and Earthquake. All bullshit moves when combined. Not to mention it has good defense, it has good health, and it has some pretty good attack power. I despise that battle. You have no idea. The gyms get harder. Each and every single one gets harder. Not in the 2nd game. The worst. I still can't believe how the worst gym battle is the freaking third gym battle. Hell, battling right at the very end of the game is easier than battling Whitney. I hate that fight. But here's Brock. Brock's gonna go down easily, and hell, he has a Vulpix, a nice little nod to the anime. At this point in my life, I'm wondering if it's a nice little nod to the anime, if you're referencing the anime. But, hell, I was born, that entire, everything about Pokemon was basically, they were all marketing it to me. My year was basically the huge year, at least in the school district for Pokemon. Oh, that was definitely my class. And, holy shit! We all remember the first couple of seasons of Pokemon being awesome. I only got to see like the first season and a good amount of the second season. But I never, my cable company didn't actually have Kids WB. So after a little while, I couldn't watch Pokemon at all. I had Cartoon Network. I would much rather have Cartoon Network, but for the most part, I didn't really see all that. I didn't see the Johto journeys. I didn't see the 4th, 5th season. I never seen the 6th, 7th seasons until pretty much Cartoon Network kind of started taking on Pokemon a little bit. But for the most part, they completely skipped the 6th season. They definitely did put on the latter portion of the 7th season, 8th, which I actually did watch. Didn't really put anything in Johto except for the pretty much the latter part of the 4th and 5th season. But then that went off too. Oh crap! I really missed a lot of episodes of Pokemon. But I actually remember I was still in the big Pokemon craze. My mother worked at pretty much an ice cream shop. You know, all those little ice cream places where they just you go up, you buy ice cream, you leave, stuff like that. I remember just staying there with my mother and brother. We got to because that place actually had Kids WB. We actually got to watch like a episode of Pokemon, like the Johto journeys in the 4th season. Got to play Pokemon there, and then maybe after we had ice cream and she was off work, we got to go to the card shop not too far from there, get some Pokemon cards and all that. Damn, I still remember when I got that holographic Unknown A. I didn't care about Unknown A, but oh, holy shit, holographic card, that was the shit. Actually, the only thing better than getting a holographic card was getting a holographic Japanese card for an American child. It was weird. It was really weird, and I still have no idea why they were selling Japanese cards over here where nobody speaks Japanese. I still find it. They weren't imported. They couldn't have been imported because there's absolutely no reason for anybody to import cards. Especially cards given to children who don't know anything but English. But that we loved getting a holographic card. We loved going and anybody had a Japanese card, holographic card. You were cool. Now, I still have some of my Pokemon cards. It's just a child memento, but The only two I actually see on a regular basis, not I just pick up every now and then, was the old Team Rocket set, like the really old Team Rocket set, which I had like a Dark Raticate and a Dark Rattata. Um, both are holographic and both are in Japanese. The only way this could actually get better is if it was first edition. They're not first edition. They're in really good shape. But I had a holographic Japanese cards. And damn, that was some good shit. I still have them, and they're lucky, and I'm not giving them away. You can't make me give them away. Let's get on to the actual game. I like reminiscing about my past with Pokemon. Because, again, if you look at my generation, we were obsessed with these creatures for God knows what reason. But I gotta admit, for the games though, Pokemon was actually a really, really good series. Because you could literally, unlike a lot of other games, you can go play Mario, you can go play your Earthbound, you can go play your Sonic the Hedgehog, but can you really play that series constantly for hundreds of hours on end straight, without games, without all the different games in between? Can you actually play any of those series like over and over and over without going to another game? With playing those games every day without going to another series. You know, there are going to be people that say, yes, they did so with Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, they did so with Mario. However, Pokemon, you have so much. The big thing about it to me was, now, who cares about the single player in Pokemon games now? For the most part, it's all about the multiplayer now. Now we actually can go online and do shit like that. And for the most part, single-player games have just not been catching my, haven't been as fulfilling, and they really haven't kept me playing them over and over and over like the past ones. But then again, that's because I have a much larger library of games. But back in the day, you could actually, you had reason to continue playing the game after you already beat the game. Wow. You could trade Pokemon. You could just train your Pokemon to beat your opponents, your friends who you thought were friends who beat you, and then you had to make a better team to beat him. If you didn't do that, you could just go and, like I did, you could go and actually play Pokemon Stadium. Or you could actually bring your Pokemon from the actual, just training them, bringing them onto Pokemon Stadium, bringing them onto Pokemon Stadium 2, and then trying to, pit your little buddies against hard-ass challenges. That shit was cool. Granted, I always got these things at second hand, so I wasn't actually given the I have it now, but I originally didn't actually have the little pack that you put on the back of the N64 controller, so you could actually connect the N64 with your Game Boy cartridge. So I really couldn't do that, so I really just stuck with the rental Pokemon, but that shit was cool. I don't care what you say. That shit, you could play Pokemon for hours, bring them onto Pokemon Stadium, and then continue having fun with those same Pokemon. You had reason to go and start a new game. So you actually have a fresh new set of TMs that you can use, so you can, bring, because you can actually, another good thing about Pokemon Stadium was, there's actually on the in the memory you can actually. It was pretty much like a bank vault, like a external PC, in which you can actually store your Pokemon onto the Pokemon Stadium, and you could start a new game on your Pokemon Blue or something, get new TMs, get new all that shit, and then bring back all of your games without actually having to trade with a friend. Really cool. I gotta admit that. I just used to obsess about this shit. I have nothing to say about this because it's the easy gym leaders. The music's amazing in this game. A lot of these tracks are all brought in from the a lot of them are remixes of the Gen 1 themes, but some of them, like the Petite Cup, has some pretty unique themes that are good shit. At that point, Thunder is a no-go. Thunder is a no-go. Now, I've played a lot of the side Pokemon games, or at least the better looking Pokemon spin-offs. Never played Hey You Pikachu, though I still know that if you talk into it and say PlayStation, Pikachu frowns. But then again, I never really liked you, Pikachu. You can go shut the fuck up. I don't care if you don't like PlayStation. I would rather be playing a PlayStation than the N64. That's just me. But I never actually played Pokemon Snap. I kind of bought the game. I kind of helped my friend get... one of my friends was actually selling a N64, that expansion to the N64 that made games like I think Perfect Dark and Donkey Kong 64 playable. I forgot what it was. I think it might have just been an expansion onto the N64, but he was selling one of those. And I was going to give my friend the N64, the expansion, all the controllers. Maybe I was going to take one controller, because he didn't need all of them. He already had a few. But I was going to take every single game. Technically, I haven't talked to him in about 10 months, so I technically haven't gotten those games back. I don't care, but technically I was going to own Pokemon Snap and play it, but never had it as a child, just the Pokemon Stadium games. A lot of the Pokemon spin-offs aren't all that fun looking, but I have tried a few of them. Pokemon Stadium games are fun. XD, Gale of Darkness, Coliseum are great games. XD more so than Coliseum, though for some reason, like things like Game Informer were rating XD Gale of Darkness lower scores than Coliseum, where XD's far better. Yeah, sure, it reuses some areas from Coliseum. It actually reuses a lot of areas from Coliseum, but XD had better music by far, had greater just greater roster of Pokemon you could actually use. Not to mention, it was just, I believe the game was just done so much better. And, I loved it. But, I actually played the Pokemon Ranger games, and my view on them, Pokemon Ranger sucks. Pokemon Ranger 2, was it Shadows of Omnia, I believe? I never played Guardian Signs, but the second one actually, I've never beaten it, but was actually a lot of fun. It was kind of fun, and it wasn't a stupid idea. It was actually a really good idea, turning the you can actually hold its music stylus and draw circles around the Pokemon, stop, and then continue. Why in Pokemon Ranger did you actually have to go and do like 10 circles around a Pokemon continuously? That was stupid. Actually, I think people would have loved Pokemon Stadium a bit, I mean not Stadium, Pokemon Ranger a bit more if they started out with Pokemon Ranger 2. That game was so much better than the first one. I wasn't going to touch the first one. Though I never touched the third one either. What other Pokemon spin-offs was there? All the new ones. The Rumble one, never really wanted to play. The Pokepal Park, whatever the thing is called. That stupid... Holy shit. Those things look stupid. They look like they've I forgot who said this. I believe it was actually, might have been Ted from Brain Scratch that said this. And actually I think it was from the Brain Scratch's Super Mario Galaxy playthrough, in which COD, like how a game like COD is supposedly going for, it was made for mature audiences. However, everybody that plays is a kid. However, Pokemon is aimed at younger audiences, but like older people play the game. All like college students play the game. In which making a game like the fucking Pokemon Park games that are just so kiddie and look absolutely crap doesn't really help when a lot of the people playing your games are about like 15 to 20 years old, or even up to like 26, 28 years old. Granted, there are a lot of kids that play Pokemon, but one of the things about Pokemon is that the people that grew up with it are still playing it. Oh, see me, I'm playing it. Playing it right here.
This is a wild one from the word go.
I love this music.
Oh, it started.
That's some good music.
The Pokemon are entirely different.
Now, when people actually say that Pokemon have some bad accuracy shit, I won't say that Pokemon has some bad accuracy problems sometimes. With like a move with accuracy of 70%, misses maybe half the time, but it's times like these, and even when Pokemon Stadium is pretty much the time where I think Thunder misses the most. There are times like this where Thunder doesn't miss a single time. It works 100% all the time, and I win handily because of it. That's the first 2 gyms down, and I didn't pay attention to any of it. I seriously wasn't actually watching the actual video. Cerulean gym battle complete. See you, everybody.